What in the heck are you doing? You eating up all my lumber? You know how expensive lumber is these days? God. You gorgeous animal. Hi, welcome to Solid Building. It's late. It's 11 o'clock at night on a Thursday, and I'm sure you're getting cuddly with your girl on the couch, watching some YouTube, maybe staying up late playing Xbox. Maybe you're at your buddy's house playing beer pong. Well, I'm here at the shop, still working. God! We got a problem. We're trying to fit a 4.5-inch door jamb into an 8-inch wall. I'm going to show you how we fix that. Here's the problem. Our door frame is only 4.5 inches wide. However, a lot of times in remodels or in basements or situations like that, you have a wall width, depth, that is greater than a standard door frame. You can have them made in 4.5, and you can have them made in 6.5, which is great for 2x4 walls and 2x6 walls. However, if you have a wider wall, you're gonna have to do the accommodations yourself. We've got a 4.5-inch door going inside of an 8-inch wall. Problem, here's the problem. You don't want to try and trim this thing out after you install the door, because the one side gets pinned to your trimmers, great, screw that thing in, and then the top side and the knob side have all these shims and stuff in your way. Well, it's not going to leave you with a nice flat. I'm making a video, woman! Anyway, those shims and all those other variables don't leave you with a very good place to try and slap up some finish trim. So what you want to do is extend that door frame before you install it. Here's the tools that you're going to need. Gonna need some clamps. You're gonna need some glue to glue stuff. You're gonna need some biscuits. No, not your grandma's biscuits. Wood biscuits, like so. And you're gonna need one of these. Biscuit saw or a plunge saw, whatever you wanna call them. We're gonna place this thing around the edge of the door, press down. Woo! As you press down, pops out that little blade and cuts it to the depth we want it. Then we're gonna put some glue inside those holes we just made. I'm gonna do a plunge cut with our plunge saw about every 1 foot, all the way around the door frame. Okay, this is how you run the biscuit joiner. It's actually kind of a cute little tool. It's fun. I didn't show you how to cut a piece of trim on the chop saw, because if you don't know how to do that, then you shouldn't be doing this job. Go ask your wife to do it, because even my wife knows how to cut a piece of trim on a chop saw. Frickin' millennials. God. So this next part is a little boring after I do this stunning look. Ow. Now I'll go ahead and speed it up for you. So what I've done is gone through and marked the layout on where I'm going to use the biscuit joiner, about 3 inches away from the corners or the ends, and then about 12 inches out in the field. So just make sure you mark and plunge cut the same layouts on the door frame as you do to the trim pieces that you're going to extend the frame with. Alright folks, now we're going to add glue into our little mortise channel. Now we're not trying to fill it up, because we don't want all the contents to squish out when we add our biscuit. Just trying to make a nice little warm place for our biscuit friend to sit in, right? But don't be afraid of adding too much. If a little bit squishes out, that's all right. We'll just wipe it away. Now we're gonna add our little biscuit buddies. We're just gonna place him right there. Oh, isn't that nice? Give him a nice little warm home there. Isn't that special? I'm just gonna run through and place all these biscuits. And then I'm gonna grab Mr. Hammer. Now, no, this is not my hammer. This is my daughter's hammer. But since we're working with delicate little trim, that's all we need, right? Couple taps on each. What we don't want is that end sticking up too high, right? That's right. All right, guys. I am putting in the last, the header of the door. Thank goodness. It's midnight. I need to go crawl in bed with my woman. You watch me do it. Why don't you just sit there and watch me do it? I'm the professional. And now's the time that my wife points out that I chew on my cheek while I work like an idiot. And you can see that a couple of my holes, the layout got messed up. Well, I just made them a little bit wider so they fit and good to go. Now, during this next camera shot, I'd like to remind you that Solid Building Corp is not sponsored by Coors. However, Solid Building does sponsor Coors quite a bit. They are the last largely brewing company left here, based out of the US of A, and we certainly support that. Clamping the crap out of it. I'm just adding a little bit of pressure, squeezing it while my glue dries. Tomorrow, I'll pop them off, good to go. Now these corners up here are a little bit loose. So I'm just gonna take my pin nailer or a screw gun or something like that, put them where I want them, put a little temporary pin in them. We're good to go. Well, that's it, guys. That's how you perfectly extend a door jamb. Okay? Got the clamps on while our glue dries. And we are done. I hope you've learned something. I hope you, all jokes aside, I hope you go out and you buy some tools and don't be afraid to do projects. To be honest, yes, I am a professional contractor, but I have never done this. I have never extended a door jamb before like this with a biscuit joiner. And it turned out perfect. So, don't be afraid to mess stuff up. You know, do little practice cuts. I did little practice cuts there on the trim. But get out there, man. Try some stuff. Build some stuff. Feels good. It's cool. Girls dig it. I guarantee you bring a girl over for a first date, instead of taking her out to the movies or something, you bring her to your house and you build something cool with her, putty. She'll be putty. I mean, don't extend a door jamb. Build something cool together. But, you know, it's fun. It's cool. Get back to it. Build something. All right, solid building. See you next time.